As a business owner, I'm sure your head is just spinning in all sorts of directions and you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing. The question is, what should I do first? SEO or PPC? And not, a lot of people aren't going to be happy with what I say. How's it going, everybody? It's Gene Villanos here, another episode of the PPC Cave. Today we are back with episode 96, far away from our 100th episode. It's crazy. We've been with y'all for almost 100 episodes. And before I get into it, I do want to apologize for the last couple episodes. My mic has been tripping, so it's been acting crazy. I am making sure that it is on correctly. So apologies for my Spotify only people that are just listening, and you don't get to see my face. You get to hear my voice. That the quality was bad the last couple of weeks, but we are back. And today we are talking about what should I do first, SEO or PPC? Again, episode 96. What should I do first, SEO or PPC? Before we get into it, we do want to talk to y'all about our sponsor, Opteo. We've been with Opteo for a while now. They're really one of the best when it comes to PPC management, specifically Google Ads, but they actually came out with new platforms that they are now managing. And I believe there's a beta that's I don't know if this is something I should be sharing, but anyway, it's still good news. I think it's a good thing. So I don't know if you have access to it, but that's just all the more reason for you to try it out. In our description, www.opteo.com/theppccave. Upgrade your normal 14-day trial by mentioning us to a 28-day trial for free. Okay, so getting into it, what should I do first, SEO or PPC? This is very important just because I think a lot of business owners and organizations need a refresher and understanding of what actually SEO is, what actually PPC is, and I am here as a resource to help. So first and foremost, we have to define what SEO is. How are you going to know which to do first as a business owner if you don't understand what you're getting into? And it's really important that we understand it, just because you probably won't be able to make this decision if you don't understand what exactly SEO is. So beyond moving or before we move forward, understanding that both SEO, PPC, social media, things like that are under one umbrella of digital marketing. And that I want to make that clear. So SEO is different from PPC. SEO, essentially, there's about, I think, 4 or 5 categories under SEO. One is on-page SEO. That's if you're specifically going onto your backend, your website provider, if it be Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, and making sure all the page titles, headings, keywords, your product, service, page structure, all of that on page is correct, efficient, and optimized for your traffic, for your potential client or potential purchasers of your product. That's one part of SEO. Another part is content SEO, such as blogs, FAQs, any guides, comparison pages, even white papers, testimonials on your website. So this is really important just because it builds credibility, but it's important for us to distinguish the different types of SEO also. Then you have technical SEO. That's site speed, how mobile friendly your user experience is on mobile or tablet, whatever you use. So indexing all your pages and crawlability. This is more of, I would say, a developer perspective of SEO. And so it's really important to do this just because, as I mentioned, Google has gone to a mobile first index for a long time. And what it does is it indexes your mobile website first before your actual desktop website. So if your mobile website is lacking in these things, then you're going to not be ranked lower essentially, but it's not going to be as favorable for you because you're probably going to have a higher bounce rate. And Google does make sure that they take into account the bounce rate of a website. So another one is authority and backlinks. We all understand how to reach a higher domain authority, that's by having other websites in your space, industry niche, link back to you as a resource, or as in good faith saying that this is a website that's credible because I've linked to them. So other reputable websites linking to you, and this improves trust and rankings. And then local SEO, if you're in the home service industry, painter, roofer, things like that, use your Google business profile, your reviews, map rankings, things like that. So all these different parts of SEO is under the umbrella SEO. Now you understand that there are different parts to SEO, and the goal is to create consistent free traffic that will convert either from a lead generation perspective or from a e-commerce perspective. And SEO is basically building, you free traffic over time, organic traffic over time, making it easier for you to be found by the people that want to find you as a service or as a product. And it is a bit of a longer grind. It is a longer grind. You have to be patient just because the organic traffic always takes longer to accumulate, and to cultivate that. And is going to essentially lower your cost per lead or your cost per conversion, whatever it may be down the road. So that is number one, what SEO is. Next, what is PPC? We all understand pay per click or Google Ads, but PPC and Google Ads aren't the only thing under that PPC umbrella. It could be Instagram ads, it could be Meta, it could be Pinterest, it could be Microsoft or Bing. Essentially, if you're paying per click, you want to show up as a roofer. So, roofing Denver, you want to show up for that search keyword. Then you pay someone, i.e., me or Ryan, money to show you on Google through their sponsored ad section, on their platform, and that's essentially pay per click, PPC. So those two things are different: SEO and PPC. So with PPC, you're getting instant traffic. If it's on Meta or Microsoft or even Amazon sponsored ads, you're getting direct traffic to your website, landing page, whatever it may be you're directing people to. And what you're essentially trying to do is go after a particular keyword, particular searcher, and have them either go to your website to purchase, or whatever you consider lead generation conversion, a call to your business, foot traffic to your business, like someone clicking get directions, opting into an email or contact form, things like that. So those two definitions of SEO and PPC, you really need to study these things, just because as a business owner, I'm sure your head is just spinning in all sorts of directions, and you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing, the first thing that you should be doing, obviously first, before the next step. And the question is, what should I do first, SEO or PPC? And a lot of people aren't gonna be happy with what I say, but it really does depend. But I'll tell you, okay, I'll get more specific, but in this general answer of it really does depend. It really does, because how is your business structured? What is your business? Are you lead generation, or are you e-commerce? How does your website look? You can tell immediately, and some clients have asked me this: what do I do first, SEO or PPC? Well, are you getting organic sales? If you're not getting organic sales or organic opt-ins, if you're lead generation, do SEO first. Okay, but if you are getting some type of organic sales on your e-commerce website, selling kitten mittens or whatever, or you're getting opt-ins for your roofing company where people are actually contacting you already, or wanting a specific quote or free quote from you, in that case, you should try PPC, because you've already shown, your website or organization has already shown that you can get organic traffic to opt in or convert on your website. Now, on the flip side, if you have not gotten any organic traffic or organic sales or organic opt-ins through lead gen or calls or whatever we decide that is a conversion from the lead generation perspective, then I implore you to start with SEO. And why is that? Because if you're not getting organic, that means there's something wrong with your website. uh, or you just haven't had your website long enough. One of those two things. So, making sure if you don't have sales or conversions from lead gen, to get on your on page SEO and see how does the page titles look, the headings, the keywords, is it synonymous to the traffic that I'm trying to curate, to the people that I'm trying to stay in front of online? Does this look like a website that they would trust? Does it look like a website that they would say, oh, okay, I search X, Y, and Z term. I'm at X, Y, and Z website. I'm good to purchase. I'm good to give them my contact information, call them, whatever it may be. Take a look at that. And also, even content SEO definitely is going to show you credibility that you know what you're talking about. If you have, somewhat of an FAQ page, blogs, that those things, guides, all those things are showing credibility that you're not just some type of scammer website that people are going to put their information in, and we don't know what's going to happen to our information. That provides you a connection to the traffic, to the people searching you, to say, hey, I am legit. This is a legitimate website. Um, yeah, so all those things, SEO, technical SEO, authority backlinks, local SEO, all of those things. And then maybe we take it a step further. Okay, I am not getting any organic leads or sales on my website. So Gene says do SEO first. What type of SEO do I do first? I believe it should definitely be on page SEO, just making sure that the structure of your website makes sense, that the keywords are somehow have a pattern so that people understand this is the right website that I'm searching, either service or product. This is the correct thing that I'm looking for. And that starts with page titles, headings, any meta on page edits that you need to create. So all of those things, I would say, out of all of the different SEO types, I should definitely start with on page SEO first, and then start building that content, content SEO. And that takes time. That's something that's not going to happen in one day, but one blog is better than no blogs, or 4 blogs is better than no blogs, or an FAQ page is better than nothing. Try to picture yourself from the searcher's perspective of what can they see on my website that is proof of credibility. And that's where content SEO comes in. And then, of course, technical SEO. Technical SEO, how long does your website take to load? Is when you load it on mobile, are the images all distorted where you can't even read the paragraph or the text because of that? And if the answer to those questions are yes, then you desperately need um, to figure that out on mobile, and that could be some require some technical SEO with some framing from an actual developer that knows SEO. And I every year I always tell my clients to do some type of site speed optimization where the mobile, specifically mobile version of your website, is loading fast, just because throughout the year you're putting all these codes in, you're trying all these different applications, and then it bogs down the load speed, or you're trying to put too many images. So it's good to get a reset at least maybe once or twice a year with someone that can do those services of some technical SEO. But yeah, that those three definitely. And then when you get to authority and backlinks of other people linking to you, that comes with time. That comes with quality of what you're putting out on your website. So a lot of the times there's the shady, what they call black hat SEO people that are going to promise you 100 backlinks. There's this funny, I think there's this funny Leonardo DiCaprio meme of a guy saying Fiverr gig $5 for $100 backlinks, and then Leonardo DiCaprio's like smoking a cigarette, like trying to entertain the idea. So that's what always comes to mind when it comes to backlinks. But it does work. That's the premise of what Google relies on to rank your website, is where's the domain authority, who's pointing to your website, who's sharing your website. So I think that'll come with time. That's SEO that you don't really have to focus on right away. and you don't exactly need authority or backlinks to create sales or conversions. That's just, something that you should begin to look at after you get the 3 earlier SEO prompts that I mentioned done. And then, of course, local SEO, that's super important for you also. Your Google Business Profile, that's definitely above authority and backlinks. So I definitely get your Google Business Profile set up. Make sure your reviews are set up, just because it's also building on credibility. So yeah, again, recap. What should I do first, SEO or PPC? If you have a website, e-commerce or lead gen, and you have not gotten any organic traffic or any organic sales or conversions that you deem conversions, if you're lead gen, start with SEO first. If you have gotten e-commerce sales, if you've gotten um, lead gen conversions, whatever you deem that as, then maybe it's possible for you to start using PPC first. But both are synonymous to each other. If I'm saying do PPC first, that does not mean neglect SEO. Or if I'm telling you do SEO first, that does not mean neglect PPC. It just really depends on your business. But that's how you should be thinking about this. It shouldn't be mutually exclusive to only SEO. That's what I'm going to do forever and ever. Or, mutually exclusive to PPC. That's the only thing I'm going to do forever and ever. Should definitely be a mixture of these things. And it just depends on the priority. And the priority depends on what I just mentioned. Are you getting organic traffic and sales and conversions, or are you not? Again, if you are getting organic sales and conversions, you could try PPC. If you are not getting any organic sales conversions, you should probably do SEO first. So that is it for today. Again, episode 96. If y'all have any questions, email me, theppccave@gmail.com. We release every Monday at 12 a.m. Mountain Time. And also, do not forget about Opteo. Video description, www.opteo.com/theppccave. And if there's nothing else, bye for now.